What's up, guys? Vincenzo back from AC Milan Swiss, coming back at you once again. Furthermore, whatever. Today we're gonna be reviewing the game in the Europa League that Milan played, and also the game versus Atalanta that just ended. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into this. But before you do, make sure you check out the links in the description, and also check out our merch, also link in the description, and then social media on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and also Tumblr. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into this. So first up, we're gonna talk about the Europa League. Milan went to, I believe, Luxembourg to play Dundalage. I think that's how you say it. I have no clue. But we did come away with the only victory in that group. So we, as of right now, we sit at the top of the table in our Europa League group. A classic 1-0 finish for Milan put us through with a goal from Gonzalo Higuain. He's now 3-3 thanks to his goal against Atalanta, but we'll get that later. But yeah, Higuain so far 3 for 3 for Milan so far. And yeah, he was really starting to kind of show up, to these games, really starting to cement his place in this Milan team. And all of us are seeing it, and we love it. We actually have a striker here now who can finish balls, and it's fantastic. So I can't wait for Milan to kind of keep going with this, and it's awesome. We all love it, and hopefully in Europa League, Higuain can kind of keep this consistency so we can go further and possibly even win the Europa League. So that would be very nice. So yeah, a 1-0 finish for Milan, solid. But I feel like we could have had a lot more chances, but this goalkeeper, he was just way too insane. He saved almost like every single shot. Milan had like 28 something shots. Meanwhile, the other team had like 4. So what I've noticed so far in this season, Milan's defense has been really good. Yeah, sure, we let in a couple goals, but the other team hasn't had that many shots on us. So I guess that's pretty good. So that's pretty much my thoughts on Europa League. Make sure you guys comment down below what you guys think of the game and how far you guys think Milan will go in the Europa League. So yeah. Next up, we got the game that just finished against Atalanta. A 90th minute draw from Atalanta. It honestly stings, ladies and gentlemen. We played so good the first half, and then in the second half, right as soon as Atalanta made those 2 substitutions, they put in, I think, Duvan Zapata and someone else. I forgot who. But right as soon as those 2 guys came in, the whole game switched. And credit to Atalanta, they didn't give up. But also Milan needs to learn how to kind of put these games to bed. And this goal that they scored at the last minute, it was very stupid, because it was just, I feel like Milan needs to work more on their marking. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they need to mark their man a lot better, instead of just letting someone just go, do whatever they want, rather than have them, I'd rather have them, kind of stick on that person instead of just letting them wander around. And that's how these kind of 2 goals were. The first goal that Atalanta scored was Calabria was behind Gomez, and Gomez kind of just slotted it in. So instead of Calabria being here, he needs to be here. He needs to be in front of Gomez. And I believe that was the case, but instead, no one was marking the guy who scored the 90th minute winner or draw. And for that reason, Milan suffered. And yeah, however, Milan played great. Higuain, he put in this beautiful goal, and Suso was literally on fire. For me, he was the man of the match, hence the jersey on the wall. Suso literally played one of the most best games I've seen him play in a long time. This is the Suso that we all know and love. But yeah, Suso, he literally made all of these goals happen. With the first goal from Higuain, Suso crossed it in, and a first-time finish from Higuain, and beautiful finish from him. And then obviously that was the half. Literally that 1 goal in the 2nd minute, and that was it. And then shortly after the second half started, I believe it was like 8 minutes later, Atalanta equalized with the goal from Alejandro Gomez. And then shortly after that, Bonaventura, I think he actually got in a ball from Suso. Yeah, because Suso got 2 assists today. But yeah, Suso crossing in again, and getting away from the defender, he kind of cut in left and it went right, fooled the defender, and he was all alone, crossed it in, and Bonaventura with a lovely first time finish into the bottom right corner, beating the goalkeeper. Also, Bonaventura, he was doing pretty good today, but for me, definitely man of the match was Suso. Even though he didn't score, he did get 2 assists, so without him, we would have lost today. And then also, Bonaventura scored an offside goal. They had to call in VAR, but VAR, they disallowed it, which I was a little upset. But I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, it was offside by like a toenail of an inch. So unfortunate for Milan that they got that offside goal. But yeah, and then we all know how the game ended. The 90th minute equalizer from Atalanta, and that is all she wrote. And Milan drew, taking the 1 point in. But regardless, I felt like Milan, they played good. But again, I can't stress it enough. Milan needs to play the full 90 minutes. You know what I mean? Like until the first minute, until the last. That's all it is. And I feel like that's really common sense to just keep going with the ball and keep I guess playing, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that's all I can really say for Atalanta Milan. And then next, on Thursday, we play, I believe, Empoli away from home. So, that's going to be hopefully an easy match. But again, you cannot underestimate any Serie A team. And that's it, you know what I mean? So, if Milan can take away these 3 points, again, because in these last 2 games, we have 2 draws. So far, I mean, we only have 5 points in league. I mean, we could have more, but again, we still need to play Genoa. But yeah, Milan need to bring these 3 points home because these 3 points are really important, especially since they are against small teams. Milan needs to take advantage of this, instead of kind of fluffing their chance. So yeah, Thursday, Milan plays Atalanta away from home. I don't think there's any Europa League this week because, yeah, Milan plays on Thursday. So, yeah, let's get on to the questions. Alright, guys, so we're going to get into the questions right now that you guys did on Instagram. So, yeah, Melvin Vet U Kalel, I think that's how you say it, says, when is Higuain going to stop scoring? Hopefully never. I mean, I feel like if Higuain can kind of keep the consistency he has been for these past 3 games, and I feel like we can get really far either in league or in Europa League or even Coppa Italia. So I mean, I feel like Higuain, I hope he never stops scoring. So then yeah, that way we can have like our striker that we've needed for the past couple seasons, because obviously Andre Silva and Kalinic didn't do anything. Baca didn't really do much, even though he did score, Baca, but it just wasn't enough. And then Jeremy Menez, obviously wasn't enough. So hopefully Higuain can never stop scoring, and he is world class. Keep it up, Gonzalo. The next question comes from Massimiliano Di, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But he says, what do you expect from Milan this year? I hope Milan can at least get a Champions League spot. I mean, I feel like since Roma isn't really doing that well, I feel like they're going to really drop points in league. And then I feel like also Lazio isn't really going to do, all that like decent. But you never know. Maybe, those 2 teams will kind of pick it up. But I really hope that Milan does get 4th place, so then that way we're back in the Champions League. That would be fun. And then also I feel like we can get really far in the Coppa Italia. Just because, what we have been doing for these past couple of seasons in Coppa Italia, we've been doing good. So I feel like Milan can kind of go far in that. And also in the Europa League, again, now that we have Higuain, someone who knows how to score, we can probably get further in the tournament. So yeah, I think that'll be cool. So yeah, that's what I expect from Milan. And the last and final question comes from Adham Fayed 93. And he says, who is your idol in football? That is a very tough question. For me in football, I play mainly like the center forward, attacking mid, kind of striker role. And always, like as a kid, I really loved Francesco Totti, Del Piero, and those guys, because I'm Italian, so those guys are probably one of the best in the generation that I've been watching. So definitely one of those two. But if I were to have to pick with those two, I'd probably have to go with Del Piero, just because he's literally an icon for Juventus, and also for the Italian national team. I respect Del Piero, 100%. What he's done for the club, and same thing for Totti. He's been with Roma his whole career. I believe he is Roma's top goal scorer. And also, those two legends won the World Cup with Italy in 2006. So yeah, definitely Del Piero, just because he plays my position as well. So definitely those two are my idols. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Comment down where you think Milan will place. Comment down your feelings on the game that just ended. And yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Also check out our merch, link in the description. Check out our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, and also check out our website for our articles. So yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys.
Everything is on point. Crabs are looking Gucci. Sharp is all I want until it suits me. Everything is on point. Show the ground for how I'm living.